Hi, this is Terry. This is probably going to get added on to the end of the last video. So this is probably going to be, I believe, part of 4. I don't have anything on the PDF written down for this because it really isn't that much left to do. You're going to do your decorating. I've fussy cut out some stuff to add. I had a little ink splotch here, so I've cut this out and inked it to put it on here. I'd like to mention that it's very easy to end up with an ink spot using this particular, it's Faded Jeans. It's a very dark and kind of an intense ink. Something that's helped that I've decided to start doing and try it out is to stamp the stamp on the pad and then stamp it once on a piece of paper. As you can see, look how intense that is. So from here on out, once we're done with this, then I'm going to show you how that helped and how we got a lighter, more, what would you call it, subdued inking around. Now I did make this one extra dark on purpose so that it would stand out. So where we left off was, I just want to show you too, I have all these little butterflies and another flower and a bird, and I still have another whole page of fussy cutting to do. So don't worry, you'll have plenty of decorations to put on your notebook set here. Oops, come on, little birdie. And so where we left off, we had finished off our notebook. We finished off our pockets for our note cards and or additional writing paper. Remember, we have the double pockets. Every other one is short, every other one is deep. Okay, and we put on the front cover and the back cover. So now we're going to move on to this part. Now, when we left off, and I did this off screen, I had the volume off on my tablet, but it's still dinging. Let me turn it off, and hopefully we can stop the dinging noises. So where we left off was with this part that opened this way, and then it opened this way, and then oops, and then this way. So what I did off screen as a trial, but I ended up liking it, was the part that opened this way. I glued it together and made a pocket out of it, and I really like it. I wondered if I was going to have to put some white paper in there, but the tape around here seems to cover it just nicely. So instead of having the cover that flaps both ways, you're going to take the part that opened to the right, well, the right side that opened to the left, and you're going to glue those two together. They were originally numbered 1 and 2. This little fuzzy is driving me crazy. My hands are really cold. Okay, I'll go ahead and you can just see the thumb holes, that's all. Okay, and then I have cut out papers. I matched up this with this. This paper actually, I believe, had daisies facing both ways. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do this or I'm going to do this. So I haven't quite decided yet. I think I like it to where it matches, to tell you the truth. Because I made that pocket, that paper clip is awful tight. I don't want to tear the paper. I already have, now I have this much scrap paper, or cut pieces, and I believe that is quite enough without making any more. So I put that pocket so it doesn't open this way anymore, And then I've gone through and I've cut papers for all of these. I made a couple of, on this one I made a small pocket. It's 1.5 inches high. Oh look, I didn't ink it. Now you can see I accidentally did that even though I hadn't inked it. My dog is now barking at the truck, the neighbor's truck. Oz. Hopefully that did it. Okay, so I'm going to put that pocket on there. I'm not going to have you watch me do all this gluing. I just wanted to show you, and then I'm going to put you on pause and then we'll come back. This kit comes with lots of ephemera, and some of them are circles and rectangles that have sayings on them. So instead of making a whole pocket and covering up this picture, I decided to use one of the circles, and they're 2-inch circles, so if you have a 2-inch hole punch, you're going to be a very happy camper and you're going to be able to just punch it out. And I'm going to just use it as a little tuck. Okay, and then when this opens this way, what I did was I decided to make these pockets. So I cut the picture a little bit thinner, and then I put a thumb pull in there, and we're going to try to put tags in there and see how that works out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, oh, and the back cover matches the front cover, right? So I'm going to go ahead and glue all this, and then we'll come back and do our final touch, which is to attach this to the cover of the notebook. Okay, all right, I'll see you in just a minute. Okay, well, where I left off was several hours ago actually, and I've cut up all the ephemera. Now I haven't decorated anything. This is going to go here, and I kind of left it without all the beautiful little butterflies and stuff that I cut out. I will probably go back and find homes for them later, but right now I've just left it all clean. The last thing that we need to do, well, let me show you. Well, let's do this first. The last thing that we're going to do, of course, is attach this to the front. Now, we're not going to glue it. Remember, we've got a front and a back. So I guess by now you've figured out that I'm going to put Velcro on here, and then that will give us this notebook that can be removed, and the notebook from the inside that can be removed. And so this will have multi-purpose ability, which I think might just be a word that I just made up. It's my video. I'm allowed to make up my own words if I want. The only thing that I did have is I was going to put right here, and this says Daisy, colon, innocence and purity, new beginnings. So I thought I would put that there, which I just haven't done yet. And then let's Velcro this on. Now remember, you want to check for your front. I did it again. You want to check for your front because your pocket is going to be over here. That ended up with my daisies going the opposite way. And that makes everything upside down. So apparently it goes this way and the pocket opens this way. I must have turned everything around when I was putting the images on. So let's make sure that we've got everything right side up. So that's going to leave this opening that way. That's fine. Get access to your pocket easier from the outside edge. That's fine. So now that we've checked everything again, check. Yep. Okay. Yes, it's a secret. Let's go ahead and put these 2 dots on. Of course, my dog's decided to bark. They're not actually dots. These are squares. They're bigger. Now, I'm thinking that you would probably want the clear side to be here and the white side to be on here. But if you're going to pick this up and take it away with you, a quandary. Let's put it where the white side is on. No, the clear side is going to be on here. That way there's nothing on there. Yeah, when we take this off. So let's do it that way. So we've got our Velcro. And of course, both sides are sticky. We've got our, one made, no, let's do two. Okay, so our clear side is this side. So we'll put one here, put it in the center top. And then we'll put the one more. Oops. I want them to stay together. There we go. Whoa, static electricity. Okay, so let's put this one straight down and about here. And then we're just going to put this on here. Make sure everything's lined up where you want it. And then press it straight down. Remember the part about making sure everything's where you want it. And then press straight down. Sometimes it takes a little convincing. You have to take it apart once sometimes. Plus this is kind of thick. Okay, now that I know where I want it to go. I think this happened to us on the inside too. Okay. And they're not lined up exactly, but I'm afraid that it will. Yeah, see, it took the paper up there a little bit. Yep, it's going to take the paper up if I move it. There we go. I managed to straighten it up. Okay, so now let me show you what I did on the inside. We've got our pocket on this side. Then when you open it up, I've made it more of a stuffed notebook, I guess you would call it. And I took this little circle and I added two little circles to it. They're inked on both sides, printed on both sides. This one says, one can get just as much exaltation in losing oneself in a little thing as in a big thing. It is nice to think how we can be recklessly lost in a daisy. Okay, and that was a quote by Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Okay, and then I've got our daisies here, and then our little daisy here. This definitely could use something up here, definitely, because we're going to end up covering that when we put our cards in there. Or you could put something in there that doesn't cover them. Then it opens again this way, and these are our two big pockets. You'll notice the holes are not even. I put them where they would least interfere with the picture that they're on. Okay, I don't have any cards, don't think, that would fit in there. I didn't make any long narrow cards, so that's something that you would need to do. Like make some out of the actual paper and cut them out. Okay, and so that would fold back like that. Okay, and now when you open this up, I just stuffed it full. I stuffed it full. And I like these round ephemera. I think these are pretty nice. And so I just stuffed, these are all just the short pockets. You could take half of this out and put some larger pockets in. I mean, tags in. That's what the larger pockets are for. And then on this side, when you take your notebook off, you've got this on the inside and your note paper with your custom dyed paper, your notebook, I mean. And then on this side, I made these. Remember when we took the pockets off of the inside of this because it wouldn't close with them on? Well, I took them out, but I didn't get rid of them. I saved them. Save your scraps. And I put one of the little sayings on one side, and then I put a picture on the other side. On this one, I used one of the ephemera that's this, like this. I have a ton of ephemera left over, just in case you're wondering, even with all of this. And then there's some really nice shaped bigger cards, and I printed everything on both sides. If you don't have a printer that will print on both sides, then you're going to have to print everything out, and then just pick it up the way it was, put it right back in the printer, and then print it again, and then that way you won't be upside down, you know, the print or whatever. So see, this is really pretty. You see that one? That one's really pretty. Now let me show you. Let me put this back together. So this is handy. You can pick it up and take it somewhere. You can take the ephemera out, use the pockets. I could imagine you taking this with you somewhere and putting coupons inside, you know, and something in the pocket, and kind of just putting it in your purse. Could almost maybe make a little notepad for inside one of them, and then oops, I stuck it back on crooked. I got the things on straight, and then I stuck it back on crooked. And so that's the project complete, except for the ephemera, or the outside decorative ephemera. And I was going to get it ahead of time. I apologize. There's a page like this if you want to make a notebook. Then there's all of this ephemera that I haven't used yet. Plus, there's all of this fussy cut that can be done as well. Lots of birds and butterflies to be added in. I may make a little bitty addition, or you probably see it when I make the flip through with all of this ephemera on it. I've been having a lot of camera trouble recently. You may notice this part right here might be a lot bigger than the other part. Like I said, camera troubles, not your problem. But I wanted to go ahead and get this part done for you so that you could go ahead and make this project, and then you just take the ephemera and use it to make it your own. Okay? Well, this is me, Terry, saying goodbye, and I will see you in the next tutorial, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.